Guys, Aaron back again here for part 6 or something, or 5 or 6. This December 19, 2022 session on PokerStars only now. Just wrapping up the session for the night. This is the $11 Mini Monday 6 Max 6K guaranteed. 714 entrants for 26. And we are in 4th fucking place. So we're doing excellent. So we got a couple new guys on the table. I just knocked somebody out there. So I'll just take it easy and do our best. This guy's brand new. I don't know what his strategy is yet or how he plays, but he just folded blind versus blind, so that's a sign that he's kind of conservative. Maybe he's good. We'll see. This guy's playing pretty tight, but he has nothing. This guy's brand new. I don't know. I don't think I moved tables. I think just everybody moved besides me. It's kind of weird because yeah, and a bunch of guys got knocked out or moved. So yeah, who's in first right now? Do I recognize anybody? I don't think so. No, I don't recognize any of these good dudes here. But yeah, we're doing pretty good tonight. Like, we haven't done exceptionally well, but yeah, we're honestly not doing that good tonight. This is the only tournament I cashed in. Like, this is the only fucking tournament I cashed in, and I fucking blew the $11 Bosky. That was fucking terrible. I actually made a pretty good mistake on 888 tonight, too. So, like, I already looked into it, because I was like, is this correct? I had, like, what was it? Hijack opens off 40, cutoff calls off 40, and I rejammed for 43. In the small blind, I squeezed rejam with ace jack off. And I went and just peeked there on the break if that was bad or whatever, and it was losing about a half a big blind. So that was actually a pretty significant mistake for me. I overvalued ace jack. What we do, 40 effective versus hijack open cutoff call in the small blind with ace jack O is 50% of the time we just overcall. 50% of the time we can squeeze to like 10 big blinds. And fold to a 4-bet shove, I'm assuming the plan is. So usually it would be with ace jack. I think ace queen calls, ace jack would fold. Alright, we got something semi-playable now in the big blind. Definitely my board. I wouldn't be surprised to see a check back. Check, check. Take a stab at it. It definitely was my board. I don't have offsuit sixes there, but I have suited sixes, and he doesn't have as many as those, so I'm going to have the 6x advantage. He doesn't have offsuit eights, I have offsuit eights, so. Okay. I never got this. I read a book, and they talked about that strategy, and it just didn't really appeal to me, so I never really used it. We like raise, like, I forget what book it was now. It was a while ago, but where you like raise every bit but like a couple bigs. Oh, I remember why. It's because like if he does that, if he jams, I can only call. I can't ISO or something. I can't remember, but like it allows people to go nuts or something and re-raise, or I can't remember. Anyway, I'm just talking shit now, but. We could potentially expand with this hand, but it's not really necessary. Like, we're going to run into so many plus EV situations here in the future. We got this really fishy guy to our left here. That never 3-bets, but he's in every hand. Marcelo V121 up here. He's a 27 3-bet 13 over 15 hands. So playing semi-reasonable. This guy seems to be folding to me and giving me respect. So Hey, Miguel. I remember Miguel was in here earlier. Actually, we were playing together on another table a couple hours ago. So that's interesting. Miguel's back in. He folded to my raises quite a bit. I remember that, or he respected my bets and stuff, and he folded a lot, and he he overfolds his he overfolds on the flop. But he must be pretty solid to get this far down. I got a note on him here. He's in the previous video. I don't know if you guys watched it. Oh yeah. This guy. So I opened on like the low jack, 50 effective, and he just flat called with jacks on the cutoff. He just flatted with jacks on the cutoff. So, but yet he's had a high 3-bet percentage. So like that's gonna weaken his 3-betting range that he's flatting with jacks there. 3, 4, 5. He should have some leads here. Like if we ran this through a solver, it's gonna tell him that he's gonna get some leads. Not that big. He gets some 20% pot leads. He doesn't get to do this, but yeah. Small blind versus like these guys, like cutoff hijack, low jack, like 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. That kind of boards, like small blind gets to lead a lot. I think two-tone boards are better than the rainbow for the small blind because small blind's always going to be very suited heavy when they call. They don't really call with a lot of offsuit stuff. They do a lot of 3-betting at 40 with like offsuit 10s, offsuit jacks, ace 10 off, ace 9 off, ace 8 off. That all mostly 3-bets, but like the good suited stuff like king 10 suited, king 9 suited, king 8 suited, king 7 suited, queen 7 suited, queen 8 suited. All these hands want a flat call, so like their flatting range is heavily condensed to like the suited variety of hands. So two-tone's better for small blind and rainbow. So they get more leads on like these connected low to mid card boards. I don't think they get the lead on 8xx boards though, if I can remember. And then versus button, the small blind gets a lot of leading on 10 high boards, a little bit less on jack high boards. And then there's like some outliers there too. But that if you go on GTO Wizard, you can look into it. 10 high boards are the absolute best for small blind versus button though, because small blind doesn't do a lot, like a significant amount of 3-betting with offsuit 10s anymore versus button because they're just too high up in their range and they're going to 3-bet weaker shit. So they have a lot of 10s in their flatting range, a lot more than button would have potentially, and they just 3-bet like more like offsuit 9s, offsuit 8s, and shit like that, and like or suited 7s, suited 6s or whatever, you know, and then like some like king 4 and king 3 suited type stuff, and then you know like 9s, 8s plus, low frequency with 7s, and then like ace 10 plus on each end of the spectrum, offsuit and suited. So it looks like we got a whole new fucking table here. They put the chip leader on our table. He's like kind of to our right though, so that's good. It's right kind of in the middle. You won't be in the big blind on us. So we actually got a pretty good setup here on this table right now. We got the chips to kind of to our right, but he's not on our the button when we're in the big blind, so he's like in the perfect spot actually. And then we cover the small and big blind. So and then Miguel there overfolds to us. So yeah, I have 200 fucking hands on him. So yeah, we played quite a few hands together earlier. 34, 24, 13, and he flats with jacks there. So like cut off first low jack at 50. I think I got 60 charts. We can it'll be comparable to pocket jacks. Like how often do we flat with jacks in that scenario? Quite a bit actually. That's at 60 though. It's gonna be a less at 50, but all right. This is gonna be a spot for the small sizing check raise. I don't know anything about this guy yet, so well, What size do we want to go? 18? I can't go 18. Might have 9s. That'd be pretty sick. Like, what is his bluffs here? Like, ace 10 off, probably? King 8 off? No, he doesn't have a king 8. Yeah, ace 10 off, ace 8 off. On paired boards, when you get check raised by big blind, our bluffs are funny, kind of funny hands. If you want to look into that, they're like usually like king 10, ace 10, ace 9, ace 8 kind of shit, like offsuit garbage that really has no equity. Because like on paired boards like that, it's really hard to find like re-raise bluffs. I wonder if calling there is better. I'm gonna look into that one. Do we ever just call? Like, we pretty much have the board locked down. Do I ever just call and then check the turn? Because I want to... like that seems like a spot that I get... I'll make trips, and then I'll check raise, and then I'll get re-raised, and then I re-raise back, and they fold. So I'm wondering if it's better to just call there. And then check turn... like I maybe have pocket 3s or something and allow them to continue bluffing. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, but then you got to take into consideration, like with King 5 suited there, he's going to have worse suited 5s. He's going to have Queen 5 suited, Jack 5 suited? Does he have Jack 5 suited? I don't think so. Not on the cutoff. But, you know, he could. Like, Jack 5? No. Queen 5 suited, and then, you know, 7 5 6 5 suited, right? And 5 4. So, like, and ace 5 off, which isn't good for us, I guess. So, he has 16 combos of 5x that beat us. And then he has 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 and 16. 16 and 16. It's right in the middle of the pack with King 5 here. But then, you know, he's going to have these that are going to probably call me there. See what develops, right? So you got to take that into consideration as well. Back up to the 2.3 size. Kind of. Depending on... It looks like we lost a guy there. Hopefully we get a new guy soon. That's I cover. Down to 22. 10 king 9. We're gonna have bigger bets here, but big here would be like 2.7. I just worked on typing that in, and you fucking do that. Do we ever get any check there? There was a hand I wanted to mark for review, and I didn't get around to it, I think. Shit. So what's our next pay jump's 2017th. $72. That's where the payout jumps are getting quite a lot bigger. Miguel is reasonably active. Like, I could see some limp jamming in his range here for sure. Okay. Probably probe the turn here, but I don't even really know if it's necessary, to be honest, but this definitely connects better with this limp call range than my fucking. Yeah, it connects a lot better with my limp calling or his limp calling range than my ISO range. My ISO range is mostly high cards with like high low blocker hands, and then yeah. Like I could easily have looked him up there. I understand that, but I have history with this guy, and he is very straightforward. So I just don't see how that would be a bluff very often. Sure, I'm sure he has some bluffs. Plus, we have the Ace of Clubs, and a lot of his turn probes are going to come from Ace of Club X hands, and I think we can let him have it there. Like I bet, like if I take this hand and I review it, GTO Wizard is gonna tell me it's a call. But if he's not bluffing, then he doesn't bluff. Like it's pretty straightforward. But I guess his c-bet percentage is pretty good. But that guy hasn't fucking raised a hand in 12. So yeah, we folded ace queen suited on the bubble. It's a pretty crazy fold. If you go check out the previous videos if you haven't seen them. Yeah, I folded ace queen suited on the bubble. Direct, like stone bubble. Yeah, it's like one more player remain, and we got the first payout jump to $25 or whatever. So, and button raises. This guy 3-bets covering, and he was a 5% 3-better over 25, 30 hands. What the fuck, eh? Ace, king, and sevens. I would have won that one if I was insane. So yeah, I went raise 3-bet. I had like 20 or 25 big blinds, and I folded ace queen suited. Like, that's a fucking tight fold. I'm really hoping. Shit. I was thinking, like, I don't even know if I call here. Probably not, but. Oh man, look at this, eh? 10. Give him a 10. Give him a 10. No. Let me see. Like we're getting good odds because fucking we already paid the big. 4-2 still a fold. I'm looking here on my other laptop. 4-2 is a negative 0.03 in that spot. 4-3 suited calls though. We get to fold like the worst suited hands and like offsuit fives, but Jack 5 off gets to call. So, because we're getting 2-1 on our money, right? So we only need 33% equity to call, plus a little bit more to profit, and then probably we'll say like a 1% risk premium or something, maybe 2, just because we're so deep. And I guess we could probably assume he's jamming a little bit tighter as well, so we probably can tighten up a little bit, but I could use a monster right now. Maybe I'm gonna go grab one, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. Back again. We're probably gonna be at this a while. What's the average stack right now? Average stack is 357,000 chips. The blinds are 4-8. It's kind of dumb to make you do the math, but 8, 16, 24. Average is 40 bigs right now. So 40 big blinds. So yeah, it's going to be a while. Nobody's going to give up that easily here. When we're down to like 20. Average is really that high, eh? 8, 16, 24, 32. It's more than that. Like 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. 100,000. It's like average is like almost 50. It's like 40, 47 or something. I don't know. Where am I right now? I'm in 5th. I have 500,000. Oh. What the fuck? I'm confused. Definitely got some short guys to lose, but anyway. Let's focus on the game. Oh, fuck. I put that guy to my left. That's not good. Didn't I already reset everything? Uh This guy's pretty fishy. So let's go into pot control mode. Might have a king. I just don't really know how to fucking lose 70 big blinds of fucking money at this stage of a tournament. I'm just like, there's a king out there. There's one more, right? Take it easy, right? I have a huge skill advantage over this guy. I can tell you that. Like, I watched him play. He's a total fish. Like, look what he just did. He did have a good bluff candidate, I guess, but he had a diamond. But like blockers are less relevant, blind versus blind, because the ranges are so wide that like the 8 of diamonds here, there's still fucking tons of other diamonds out there, so it's just less relevant. It was a good bluffing candidate, I agree, but on the third king, I'm not bluffing, because I'm gonna call you every, like, there's an old saying that's in poker that's people just don't fold full houses. Then they don't. People don't fold full houses. So there's no sense in bluffing when on trips board. I think I might have been a little out of line there too. Small blind. Okay. I want to review that. It's a call, but probably should have called. I just it's his first 3-bet in 20 some hands. And we are in a really ICM heavy situation. We have a really heavy risk premium versus him in particular. Our risk premium versus him right now is probably fucking final two tables is like probably like 16%. The more I'm talking it through and to you guys and to myself, the more I like the fold now. And if I can remember correctly, probably want to fold. I would guess. I would guess it's a fucking fold. Where's one? Like this one. Yeah. It's mixed. It would be like a mixed frequency thing. I wonder what spot I raised in. One BB. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah, I was gonna check. Where did I open that Queen Jack suited from? Why is the button not moving around? There it is. Hijack? But cut off. Okay. So yeah, Queen Jack suited was fine. A fine fold. We're gonna be dominated a lot. The last fucking thing we want to do at the 16 to 17% risk premium versus the other chip leader at the table is to get into a situation where we're playing for 80 big blinds with a 2-pair or something on a fucking flush board or whatever. Even like 2-pair on a non-flush board at this level, because he could have like pocket nines and fucking it could come Queen Jack 9 and then we're fucked. You know? And I'm set calling off for 70 bigs with fucking 2-pair when he has a set. Like, it's just not worth it, right? Like, we got to play super tight there. Like, we got to fold Jack 10 suited, Queen 10 suited, King 10 suited, fucking King Queen O, Ace Jack O. Like, even Ace 10 suited probably is like, maybe. Maybe good. Probably a call with Ace 10 suited, but. And then, like, our 4-bet bluffs be Ace Jack, Ace Queen, probably. Maybe a little Ace 5 suited. If I were to guess. And these fuckers go way down in value. I see them heavy situations. My risk premium versus Reynolds there is pretty low. Probably like 6 or 7%, but you know, we just like we use our suited connectors to make a big stack to get to this point. And then once we get here, we abandon them because we don't need them anymore. We made our stack. We don't need to play these high implied odds hands. Everything's about blockers at this stage of the game. So 2.3. Allen. He's not from the United States or Canada, is he? Oh, he is. I thought with a name like Allen, he'd be from some random Zimbabwe type place. 7, 9, 7. Check. And I don't give a fuck if we get check raised. So we're going to bet 1.1. Because I could care less if we get check raised off of this, right? If I had ace 4 of the other suits, I probably would highly consider checking back. But I don't really give a shit with this one. We have no pair, no draw of any sorts. We have an overcard and a shitty kicker. So, and we're going to barrel now with hearts. We're going to barrel now with like 10s and maybe some Jack X. This one is crap. And this Reynolds guy is pretty fishy. So, he could easily have a 7. He probably has all the offsuit 7s too. Like, he shouldn't, but he probably does. His risk premium versus us is pretty high, and like even offsuit 8s probably should be folding. All of them. 9, 6. Yeah, see, he has offsuit 6s. He never should have that hand. Like, we were on the hijack. Big blind versus hijack at like 30. I'll show you. So this is chippy V too. So yeah, like a little bit of 960, but offsuit 6s are folded. Huh. Offsuit 7s. We're actually in there a little more with offsuit 7s than I thought. It's at versus low jack we started folding some offsuit 7s. Okay. And like these offsuit gappers are all like break even. So but and then even these ones are like plus 0.20102 EV. But yeah, like with the ICM situation with him having like 30 as a middle stack here. Why does it look so big? It's like a huge tower for a min raise. This might be the only offsuit ace besides like ace 10 we get to call. In all honesty. Okay, now we don't, but because we can make a straight with it, right? But all the other ones, it's just ace 5 is. I'm gonna review that. I think ace 5 is like the only one. Okay, what was I gonna do? Okay, so like in this situation where he has a risk premium, he needs to realize like fucking 8% more equity to call or 7% or whatever he has versus us. I'm not entirely sure what the average stack is right now. So like he should probably be like maybe defending some of these offsuit 9s. I 2.3x too, and he's 30 effective. So when I should be, if we were the same stack size, I'd be min raising. So like offsuit 9s are probably mixing. These are folding, and probably this mixes, and then that can call, and then he probably gets some call with the ace X. All these aces, maybe like a couple of them fold, but and then all these offsuits are all gone. They're gone. And then some of these shitty suited hands, like the worst ones, like 10-2 suited probably is in there still, but so yeah, 9-6 at a mixed frequency at 30, like it's 0 EV if it's a mixed frequency. That's for somebody opening like optimally. Like I should be expanding at this point, I suppose, but I haven't really gotten into the expansion of my range because I got a really fishy player to my left and with an extremely high 3-bet percentage, and I just think that we're gonna win more chips by just playing like tight, a little tighter, and not expanding with like crap that doesn't flop decently well and stuff. But this Allen guy is pretty tight, so it's kind of my button. I'm gonna be opening probably just GTO range in this situation. Maybe like I'm pretty much opening any ace on the button anyway. But on the cutoff and the hijack, when this guy has position on me, I'm probably just gonna chill a little bit and fold like suited connectors and stuff. Everybody's stats are pretty loose, but it's a 6 max, so it's kind of different. I'm not that good at reading 6 max stats because I'm not used to them, right? I'm used to 9 max stats, which are a little different. Like this, for instance, we could potentially open if we're covered by small blind now, though. So like we wouldn't really get to expand like an insane amount. A little bit maybe, but next pay jumps at 14th up to $90 fucking dollars. That's good. I'm glad because like I was down like a couple hundred US this week, so it's kind of shitty. I don't like the feeling of being down a couple sessions in a row. It's annoying. Like it happened. Usually it's like I'll have a really good session and then it's like break even, lose $50, gain $50, lose $50. Then I'll have like 2 really bad sessions and I'll have a really good one or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty much superstitious. Just that's how it feels. I have like a break even, bad, bad, break even, slightly winning, bad, and then a really good one that makes up for all the bad ones. So. Because usually my winning sessions, I win way more than I lost. So, like when I get that good win, like if I can get top 3 spots in this, I'm up like 500 for the week or so, to even up to 1,000 if I can take it down. But it's hard to take one of these down, but it happens. I took down an 800 person tournament a couple of sessions ago, and it's all streamed. It's on there. I took it down. Yeah, 800 players. I took the fucker down. Ace 10 suited, he had. Like, we already... I don't think this guy's, like, the worst player in the world, but... How did he play his ace 10? Like, I'd like to know how he plays his premium aces on unpaired boards. Okay, he's supposed to range bet. Small. He did. Okay. 6. Fold. I actually might be able to defend wider there, but it doesn't matter. 31-5. Okay, so he barreled off with a hand that's not one of his bluffs. This should be definitely checking back here. He really has no equity to improve. He doesn't have a heart. He has a decent amount of showdown value versus a lot of the big blinds drawing hands. Did he go for it? He didn't go for it on the river. Like, yeah, so he's over bluffing the turn there. I think this is a fold. Do. Yeah, like 30 blind versus blind at 30 if I have it. I got 40. 850. Mixing. You can limp. We could have limp, but it's break even, so why bother? There's not a ton of risk premium there, but there's some, definitely. We lose 33 big blinds or whatever, and that's like half our stack. So yeah, we will 2.3 again. Queen 9. This guy's been 3-betting me quite significantly, but like he's only an 8%er, so I don't think he's just targeting me in particular. Like he doesn't really have an insane 3-bet percentage. Look at my folded continuation bet. 29 fucking percent. It has the potential to be a 4-bet bluff, but the 10 kind of blocks some of his bluffs, I think. His hijack, cutoff versus hijack at 40. Cutoff versus hijack at 40. Yeah, like one of his main bluffs is ace 10 off and then queen 10 suited. So yeah, like the offsuit 3-bets are the ones that we want to not block the most, right? Because there's more combinations. And like ace 10, we block ace 10 with ace 10, right? So Yeah, I don't know. 40? Like, chip EV is one thing, right? This is ICM, so. Yeah, ace 10 off can 4-bet, yeah. Looking on my other computer a little bit at another chart there. Ace 10 off can potentially be a 4-bet, but. I think ace jack and ace queen off, I would have 4-bet there as a bluff. Ace jack, ace queen, and ace 5 suited. Those would be my bluffs. Ace jack off, ace queen off, ace 5 suited. Ace jack and ace queen suited, I would flat. Ace king suited, ace king off, I jam. And I'd probably jam tens to kings, and then I'd flat aces. Then my calling range would probably be like suited jacks and maybe like king 10 suited. And then I'd fold queen jack, queen 10, and jack 10 suited. And then I think I'd fold pocket nines. Tens, I probably would. Fuck. I don't even know what I'd do with tens. Tens are probably a fold. No, probably not. We like double covered them. Tens probably get to flat. Maybe nines can flat too, actually. I didn't think of that. We weren't equal stacked. Like, the risk premium was there, but I don't know. I got to study that more myself, to be honest. So I'm still working on that part. The ICM, like, you can never study ICM too much, like, when you're trying to get good at this, right? So, yeah, you can never study ICM too much. It's probably one of the most important aspects of poker tournaments. Like, when I started studying to begin with, I didn't really touch it too much for the first year or so. Like, the first year, I just kind of like got like the fundamentals down, and the pre-flop starting ranges, 3-betting ranges, all that shit. Worked really hard on that because that took a while. Like, remembering your raise first in and stuff like that. That took a long time. Still working on it. I'm still fucking up here and there. Yeah, I worked on that, and then I started getting into ICM after I took like a year of study. And like I understood that ICM was there, and I knew to play tighter, but I wasn't sure how we structure our range and stuff. So I read that Endgame Poker Strategy, the ICM handbook, and did a lot of HRC type stuff, like in my free time, and signed up for Preflop Academy, and did some drill work on there. Like GTO Wizard too, they have a GTO Wizard has a fucking like final 2 and final 3 table ICM charts in all kinds of different situations. So like GTO Wizard GTO Wizard is definitely competing with Preflop Academy at this point with all the charts they have, like, because Preflop Academy doesn't have final 2 table charts or final 3 table charts, and GTO Wizard does, and they have final table charts as well, and they have a ton of them. So like, if you want bang for your buck and you want to get a lot of studying done, GTO Wizard is where to go. That's the one. Like, it's like $100 or $85 US a month or something to sign up. But like, if you want to pay for the year, it's like $700, $650 or something. You can probably get it on sale too if you find a coupon code or something. But yeah, to try it out, just pay for the month and check it out if you're looking to improve, because I didn't do that for a long time. I just like read books and watched webinars on pokercoaching.com and stuff for the first year, and then I started getting into DTO. I found DTO on, where did I find it? I found DTO on the iPhone App Store, and I downloaded it, and like, I was like, this is really cool. This is really improving my game. So and then I found GTO Wizard. The first GTO Wizard looked like a lot more complicated than DTO, but GTO Wizard's better than DTO, I think. You just can ask questions. On DTO, you can't like ask a question like, well, what if he did this? Or what if I did that? Or what if he bet this size? Like, or let's look at some aggregated reports for the situation and see overall what our general strategy is. Yeah, like, you can't do that on DTO, but you can on GTO Wizard. You can like ask any question you can think of, and it'll pretty much answer all of them within like approximate amount. Like the bet sizes and stuff are approximate, but then multi-way, they don't have multi-way pots. DTO has the multi-way pots on there. What the shit? 10-3. Let's watch that. Let's rewatch that fucking hand. Did he raise 10-3 there? Yeah. Okay, well, that's wacky. And he bets this board. Call. Check. Check. And did he go for it on the river? No. He showed down 10-3, no diamond. That's insane. 10-3 off. I would have folded that personally. This guy's pretty passive. Now that I say that, he's gonna like jam or something, but checky checky. Might call it the 5. He doesn't really have any ace X or and limited jack X, but he probably has some 5s he can defend with. Blind v blind with 6s, like chip EV. Folding. 25? Yeah. 6s. Yeah, 5-6s mostly want to limp. I think the plan really is to limp shove a lot, limp jam. Like these hands have quite a bit of showdown value too. Like I think we just want max fold equity, and then these we can raise call off. So. Limp and fold probably. This guy's folded his C-bets 100% of the time so far. Oh, spoke too soon. FCB, 3 out of 3, so it's not the worst. Like, but then again, he hasn't been in a lot of pots, so I personally wouldn't try to run a bluff on this guy without like really good equity, because I think once he check calls, he probably has a jack or at least an 8 or a good draw. So yeah, well, I would bluff him, but I would have to be like some pretty good equity hands to go forward with it. Down to 14. We made the $90 mark. Sweet. So we don't have to deposit on Poker Stars. We're fucking low on stars. I don't know if it adds it as you go. I think it added some of it. I had like 28 fucking dollars on here from 100. I haven't got anything going on Poker Stars since I started. Like 888, I took one down and got it up to like 400. And then on ACR, I took one down, got it up to like 500. And then fucking Poker Stars just hovered around 100. Hovered around 100. Hovered around 100. And got down to $28. And now tonight we're actually... I think I had it up to like 150 on here at one point, actually. So just put 100 on each site, and then yeah, I put $100 on each site in May, and yeah, I've just been riding it out. I haven't had to redeposit, fortunately. Sometimes that works out that way. I wasn't playing $11 games at first till I got a bit of a bankroll going. $1.1. It's a weird size to go with. Ah, this hand's gonna win sometimes. That's the thing. Plus, having a spade isn't so good when the club comes off. Especially the king of spades. It's like the worst spade you could possibly have. Probably should have raised this one. Like, neither limping or raising are both acceptable, but for 20. This guy's going to way overfold. So I'd rather just keep him in with all of his bluffs here. He shouldn't have any ace-x, like many anyway. He might have some. Like in game, he should probably have like ace-2 to ace-7 suited and like some offsuit ones perhaps. One. I was going to look at this chart. 20. I was just wondering, like, what did I want to know? Yeah, how often do we raise queen 6? It's a bunch, isn't it? Yeah, it's like fucking most of the time. So we're going to call. 2.3, I guess. Might have an ace. He's pretty passive too, right? So he could have some aces he's not supposed to have here. King of clubs he shows. So he had a gutter. Is that the same one? No. Dead opposite one. It's funny when you get the exact same fucking hand, same suit and everything, back to back. Doesn't happen very often, but once in a blue moon you do. So, yeah, queen 6 raises, and we probably should be applying pressure to this guy, so I should be raising more a little bit with these. What else did I want to look at? I forget. Oh, yeah. I wanted to look at his response. This is the wrong setup of charts. I don't know if I have this one. Here's a 25 versus small blind limp. That's going to be a little different. So, like, you shouldn't really have that much ace-x. So, he just raises like garbage and fucking a little bit of bad suited stuff. And then, like, you know, pretty linear. Although, in his situation, probably he's going to be checking more frequently with these type hands with the ICM. So, it's hard to say how many ace-x he wakes up with. Seems like everybody's playing blind v blind the last few rounds. And I have, what, 50 bigs, and I'm in 9th. Like, shit, this tournament runs deep, eh? Like, very deep, 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 deep tourney. We have 480. Oh. I'm in 7th. This is, yeah, I am in 7th. Yeah, I'm right middle of the pack. I was in 9th for a second for some reason. Somebody won and lost or something. I don't know. Already? Jesus, that hour went quick. All right, guys. Thanks for watching part 5, and let's see if we take this fucker down.